everyone, and welcome back to my little slice of the internet called Jenna's Spiel. In today's episode, I'm going to be taking out issue 3 of 12 of the Amethyst series, Princess of Gemworld. Issue 3. Alright, so before we even jump into the comic, let's take a look at the cover art. So first, my eyes are of course drawn to Amy Winston's awesome Pac-Man shirt. I mean, the Pac-Man looks a little bit evil, but I mean, it's still Pac-Man in spirit. Then my eyes wander to our former bodyguard slash protector guy, Granch, who is sparring some sort of anthropomorphic lizard type beast. And then my eyes dart back down to the bottom of the page where Amy Winston is actually fending off some sort of weird red snake thing that kind of looks similar to the monsters that were in the second issue. Anyways, let's see how much of this is actually inside the comic. And without further ado, let's get back into Gemworld. First, we start off with the usual spiel about Opal, his evil empire, and a very literal take on him weaving a web of sorcery. There's literally a web. He might even be part spider. I don't know what he looks kind of weird here, but it's all shadowy, so I guess we're just meant to assume he's some sort of weird creature. Then a very manly Red Prince delivers Citrine's gem. I think this is yet another failed attempt for him to win Daddy's love. We couldn't mention a web of sorcery without there being some sort of segue to the title of this issue, which is Tangled Web. Amethyst slash Amy Winston slips back into Earth through the weird portal thing, where we find her parents dealing with a missing persons case. Am I the only one who thinks that detective is super dismissive about this whole thing? So like any good mom and dad, Amy Winston's parents show concern for her sudden disappearance, and how does Amy repay that love and affection? Yep. You guessed it, teen angst. Meanwhile, Opal's back in Gemworld up to his usual plotting shenanigans, and do we need to talk about this gesture? So our pseudo-Nazi, maybe brick-wearing minion Sardonyx informs Opal of Amethyst's sordid past, and for some reason this intel pretty much makes Opal forgive him for all his past failures. Sardonyx also mentions Opal's freakish kids and Carnelian being a suppliant. So perhaps there's a plot twist coming as to where they harvested Carnelian from. Or Grange could just turn out to be one of Opal's kids. Can't say I saw that one coming. Then Citrine helps him out on a subplot about the rescue of his siblings, and thankfully, just as my interest is about to wane, we cut back to Earth. So while Amy's parents are stressing about her whereabouts, Amy's actually hanging out at school with her friend discussing birthstones. And dun dun dun! Her friend's birthstone? What do you think it is? What do you think it is? It's an opal! And then we cut back to Granch's subplot. Opal has decided to banish all of his children into a mausoleum, so of course Granch defeats the guard protecting the mausoleum that houses the Freak family, and then enters a Cave of Wonders. Meanwhile, Citrine is chatting with a handmaiden named Fauna, and just when I think this handmaiden is some sort of evil, double-crossing kind of what have you, Citrine just falls into one of Opal's traps instead. Basic bitch. So we once again find ourselves back on Earth listening to the woes of a 13-year-old girl, and damn does this comic know how to end on a cliffhanger. Will Amy's dad jump into the portal with her? Will we figure out if this green lizard has a name? Will the artist of Amethyst ever learn to draw a golden retriever? Find out all this and possibly more in the 4th issue! Alright guys, so like I said, this one totally ends on a cliffhanger, like any good comic book series would. Check out my next episode, which will hopefully be up in a week's time. Thanks for watching, see you next time. Bye!